All right, so we have Atli Hunter here, who is, let's say, the creator, the genius mastermind behind the upcoming AppFest. So I figured, rather than reading blog posts about what the AppFests are, why don't we hear it from the man himself? Atli, obviously, first, thanks so much for joining. Why don't you kind of brief us on what an AppFest is and really why it's different than any other kind of event that developers would have been attending thus far?
Okay, well, thanks, John. Thanks for having me. One of the things that I wanted to do is I've done a number of different hackfests with different groups, and they usually tend to be focused on one platform or another. What I'm trying to do, and what we're trying to do with this, is give developers the way to get ready for whatever part of the platform that they want to get ready for, whether they're looking at building an Azure app or whether they're looking at building a Windows 8 app or a Windows Phone app. They can come and work with us and have professionals there that are willing to help answer the questions, help them work through issues. Also have another group of developers there that they can work on teaming up and building projects together, or just to talk with, to get ideas, to bounce ideas off, to help with testing, to do different things. So I find that hackfests tend to be really popular, and they tend to be really, really productive because it gives developers a chance to sort of get into something new without that sort of pause of the green screen when you literally have an empty screen and you're trying to wonder how you're supposed to get started or how you're supposed to get going. It's really nice to have a group of people there, especially if you can have some people that have done it several times before there to help you sort of get going and get over those first hurdles and get into it. Because once you get into it, the flow is actually pretty good. So we're basically going to be getting together with developers for 2 days, and we're going to be doing an intro to mobile development. We're going to be talking about a few different things that are specific to the platforms for Windows Phone and Windows 8. We're also going to be doing a session on developing apps and utilizing Azure to help give you sort of that competitive edge that some big companies have by having big platforms and servers and everything else available to host everything. Showing you how you can implement those mobile services for Azure to really give you that same even footing and give you something that's scalable, so that when your app is successful, you can scale with it. We're also going to be talking towards the end of the sessions. We're going to be talking about what do you do after you get your app on the marketplace. How do you promote your app? How do you push your app? How do you encourage downloads? What can you do to make your app more enticing for users to use over and over and over again, which is really the goal. That's how we all make money as app developers, is getting the users into the app and keeping them interested, and also using word of mouth and helping having the users themselves help promote your app.
Cool. So
So we're
there's so there's a little bit of learning, and then there's a little bit of coding, or is there a little bit of learning and a lot of coding?
There's a little bit of learning and a lot of coding, but what we're going to be
Awesome.
doing is we're also gauging each app fest around the group that shows up. So if we have a group that they need to know more about one platform than the other, then we're going to go with that. We have tons of information, tons of experience in the room. We have lots to give, and we're basically there for you guys to come out, check out what we know, find out what you need to know, ask the questions you want to ask, have someone that's there standing there that will give you the answer and help you sort of get that whole point across. Like if you want to know how do I consume or how do I build a mobile Azure service and then consume it with my Windows 8 app, we'll help you get there. So
So if
that's
I'm
sort
a
of
if I'm a developer, and I've never touched Windows 8 and Windows Phone, is this still for me?
yes. Actually, it one of the things that we're really looking to do, and I found that it's been really successful with some of the events that I've worked with so far, is we have a pretty unique approach where we have subject matter that's good for people that are starting out completely fresh, never touched either of the platforms, or even for people that have been doing this stuff and already even built one or two Windows 8 apps or have released a couple Windows Phone apps. We've got information there that will help anybody and everybody. So it doesn't matter what your skill level, we're basically going from 0 to 60 on this. And wherever you match in between, we will get you the information that you need to get to your next level.
And am I supposed to have an idea before I show up, or at the App Fest, or how does that work?
Well, it's great if you have an idea for an app when you get there, but if not, you can come and look at some of the information that we have. You can see some of the things that we're doing, and we'll even have certain little projects that you can work on, and we'll get you sort of started in understanding how different pieces work. And a lot of times what I find is even if you didn't have an app or an app idea when you got there, or you sort of had the start of an app idea, we find that a lot of people go, oh, I can do that. Awesome. This is what I want to do. And sometimes it's just seeing that the device can do X, Y, or Z is what ends up triggering that. Oh, yeah, I got to have that. And that I find that it doesn't matter whether you have an app idea or not. Everybody seems to benefit.
Cool. And then is the idea that after the 2 days or after the end of the weekend, I actually leave with a finished app?
Well, that's what we're hoping to do. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to doing what we can to help the developers get their app finished and ready to get out the door by the end of the weekend. But if you haven't done that, we're going to be making sure that we keep in touch with you so that we help you get to that release stage, so that you get to release your app. We're not going to basically show up and go, well, if you're able to do it on the weekend, that's great. If not, sorry. We're there to help you. We want to see everybody that wants to build an app. We want to see them able to build that app, and we'll do whatever we can to help them. So I'm there. I've built a number of apps before. We've got other people there that have done it, and we're going to be looking at working with people to help them overcome whatever hurdles they have. And if they find that they just haven't finished it, or they need more time or they need more help, we're more than willing to help you get there.
Cool. And in terms of what do I need to bring with me, I'm assuming obviously I need to bring a laptop running Windows 8, I'm assuming, or Windows 7.
Well, it really depends on what you want to build. If you want to build something with Windows 8, then yeah, you're definitely going to need a laptop that's running Windows 8. That's a given. If you want to build something for Windows Phone, you don't necessarily need to have Windows 8. You could have Windows 7 with the phone tools installed. So again, this is about what you want as a developer, what you are interested in building, and what you want to do. So we have some blog posts. I'm sure that we have links there for them. We have some blog posts that'll show you what you need to install and what you need to bring based on what you want to do. So one of the things that we tell people is have an idea of maybe what you want to work on. The best case scenario, or the thing that gives you the most flexibility, is have Windows 8 with Visual Studio installed, and then you pretty much can do anything.
Perfect. And then anything else that I need to know before coming? Do I need to set up any accounts beforehand, or trials, or anything like that?
Well, if you're doing something with Windows Azure, we really advise that you set up your Azure trial account beforehand, because it just saves you that time. That while you have us there, we want you to try and maximize the amount of time that you can spend doing that. So some of the install stuff and some of the setting up accounts or setting up different features, if you can do that on your own, then yeah, it's always beneficial to do so. If you can't and you need some help, by all means, come in, we'll help you. Okay, we'll have people that can help you, but preferably you're going to want to try and have as much of that done as possible before you start.
Cool. Well, it sounds exciting. I definitely look forward to seeing everybody come out and build some apps. And you guys are starting this out in South Ontario and in that area. But the
Yep.
idea is that as developers get interested, or for you guys watching this online, if you want to bring an App Fest into your area, then let me know, and we can see how we can make that happen. And we'll bring the geniusness that comes out of Atlee and team over to you guys and wherever you are in Canada. Cool. Well, thanks so much, Atlee, for letting us know about all about the App Fest. I'm
Yeah,
sure it's going to
thanks for
be
telling your viewers. I'm really hoping that we see lots of people out, and I'm looking forward to seeing lots of really cool app ideas.
and then hopefully we'll be able to showcase them here on the show afterwards. So that would be kind of cool too.
That'll be very cool. Yeah, we'll definitely have to get together and do a showcase.
Awesome. So with that, thanks again, Atlee, and for you guys, hopefully we'll see you out at AppFest coming to a city near you.